The title comes from this idea that you're kind of walking along this cliff edge and you have this amazing view where you're like, wow, this is an incredible place, but you're in this constant danger of just falling off. And that's comic book to me, is the kind of constant peril and triumph, and it's totally up to you what you do. I really needed to make sure that I didn't repeat myself just to be successful. Exactly. You know, I think that's such a heinous mistake, to try and just go with your formula. The first album really mutated when it got to the stage. It was much more raucous and energetic and kind of raw. So with this one, it really needed to be more closely related to playing live, which is much more familiar to me than being in a studio. Being in the studio for me is really weird. I don't actually think I like it. Yeah. I'm not sure. Oh, you know, a gig's just like that, and it's done, and it's like all the flaws and mistakes are part of it.
Yeah.
And when you're listening back to stuff, you're just analysing, and I think it's really easy to lose some of the quirks and the interest and stuff when you're trying to make it perfect, you know. It's such an intense experience going through making something and then putting it out into the ether, and then suddenly the massive universal eye starts to stare at you and you kind of didn't expect that, you know. I thought, you know, I'd get a career going where I could make a living from music, and it's just gone so way beyond what I expected. You know, I know if I go on a TV show, for example, and I have a great opportunity, if I totally fuck it up, then I risk being more famous for what the stupid thing I do, or my dress falling off on the show, than my album. And so it's just this weird, I mean, it's a very kind of, you know, media saturated world, and it's like there's a real desperation to catch you out doing, that people really want the dirt rather than the music. I'm a singer-songwriter, so I'm always going to write stuff that's pretty, there's always going to be an autobiographical nature to it. I'm always going to write stuff that means a lot to me. It's pretty heartfelt. It's, you know, there's a lot of fun in what I do as well, and I like to kind of try not to follow the really obvious paths. You know, of course I have my moments of self-doubt like everybody else, and moments of kind of loss of confidence, but at least I know where I'm going, and I know where I don't want to go.